Hi, everybody out there in Royal International Miss Land. This is Jeff Leaforce. I'm going to go over with you guys some of the information that we covered in our first meeting at boot camp that the sound kind of messed up on, so people weren't able to see or hear. And then also some of the information that Sharon went over on the newbie phone call um, this weekend. So this is basically all the information that you missed. So you can watch this video and hopefully get all that information. So I want to start off real quick and just talking a little bit about Royal International Miss and what makes it so great. We want you to have a great time while you're at Royal International Miss. Yes, it's a great competition. Yes, the week is packed full of stuff. However, we don't want you to spend all your time worrying about the competition. We want you to have a good time. We want you to get to know your sister queens. This is not a competition where you want to, break your competitor's leg or cut her dress or anything like that. Like, we really embrace and emphasize the sisterhood in our pageant system. So hopefully you come with a great attitude and come with a servant's heart and an opportunity to get to know and meet some new amazing ladies. The next thing on here is one of the main ways that we put information out is through this Facebook page. So even if you're not a Facebooker, especially a lot of you younger delegates don't do Facebook, from now until July, you need to check this page probably every day, at least 2 or 3 times a week, because lots of information gets posted here, and this is where you can find out all of your information. The next thing is, also follow our Instagram page at royalinternationalmiss.com. During the week of internationals, the week is full of lots of different things. Many things are going to happen to you throughout the week. Sometimes there's going to be things that freak you out, that are, zipper doesn't work, or, something happens. The best advice I can give you is don't freak out. There is nothing that can't be remedied. Like, if something goes wrong, find one of us. We can do our very best to make sure that it gets corrected, gets fixed, helps you get through it. Just don't panic, because if you panic, that just makes it worse. So really try to keep everything together. A little bit about the schedule. The Internationals is Saturday, July 10th through July 18th, that Sunday, as far as there are events going on. So our early registration is Saturday, July 10th. It starts at, I believe, 7:30 in the morning and goes till 6 p.m. So if you can get there on Saturday and get registered, it's going to make your life a whole lot easier. We will have a sign up on this page later on as we get closer for you to sign up for your actual registration time. That way everybody doesn't show up at one time and we have a huge long line. You're spread out throughout the Saturday and Sunday. If you're not able to come on Saturday, that's okay. We will have registration on Sunday as well. I believe it goes until 4:30. But also keep in mind that on Sunday, starting early in the morning, we have all of the divisions will have rehearsal. We have our orientation, which is important for everybody to be at on Sunday late afternoon. And then we have our Queen's Reception, which is this year a celebration of our 10th birthday party at Royal International Miss, where everybody can wear a cute party dress and come and help celebrate 10 years of Royal International Miss. So we're excited about that. That is on Sunday. So Sunday a lot happens. So if you're going to register on Sunday, try to get registered as soon as possible. It is very important that we get you guys to those rehearsals and those other events throughout that Sunday. The competition itself starts on Monday with optionals and interviews. Basically, Monday through Wednesday, Thursday are optionals and interviews and introductions spread out different divisions on different days. Every day there is something for you to do, and there's no day that you will have nothing to do. I promise that, because for one, you have a rehearsal almost every day as well, because we do try to put on a good show, a great production. We have our production showrunner is Charlie, and he has done many things like Miss America's Outstanding Teen and other large productions, so he puts on a good show, but it takes practice to get that. So we do have rehearsal every day. Fun fashion is typically on Thursday and evening gown on Friday. So if you have friends and family that want to come in for just part of the week, I would say have them come in on Thursday. They can watch the required fun fashion and evening gown competitions. And then Saturday will be our finales for all of the divisions. There will be 4 finales this year if you missed that memo. The Ms. division will have its own finale this year instead of being combined with Teen and Miss. So there will be 4 shows. And then if you are lucky enough to get crowned one of our new winners, you will have a photo shoot on Sunday morning until about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you think there's any chance of you winning, and there's always a chance, try to book your travel home for late Sunday evening or Monday. So that's kind of a rundown of the schedule. You will not get a detailed schedule until almost June. I think Sharon said in the call the other day she's going to try to, in the next couple of weeks, get a general schedule out. Let me tell you that for the last 2 weeks, we have redone the schedule multiple times, trying to make everything work just perfect and make it as seamless and easy for you as possible. The next thing on my list to talk about is our parties. Everybody loves Royal International Miss parties because they're fun. We have a good time. Sharon puts so much work and effort into them, not to mention her besties, Tanya and Rhonda. They do lots of work decorating these parties. The first one, like I said, is not actually one of our 3 parties. It's actually the Queen's Reception, which is done by our international queens and role models. And that is going to be the 10-year celebration of Royal International Miss. So it's a giant birthday party. We ask that you wear some cute party dress and come ready to have a good time and get to mingle and meet and get to know each other, get to know the reigning queens, etc. Then our first actual party is going to be the carnival. If you noticed in our announcements, all of the parties this year are a throwback to parties we've had in the past, as a nod back to our 10-year. The carnival is one of our favorites. We've actually had it a couple of times in different versions of like State Fair and World's Fair, but we're doing carnival this year, and so that'll be a great active party. The girls won't just be sitting around. They'll be going around doing stuff, having a good time. That they want to wear something comfortable. We've asked them to wear a t-shirt or some outfit that shows like where they're from, so that as we're still getting to know each other during the beginning of the week, girls can look at your delegate and say, oh, she's from Texas, or she's from New York, or wherever she's from. And just shorts, easy, jogging pants, whatever is comfortable. You want them to be comfortable, but still cute and stylish at the carnival party. The next party we have is our 50s sock hop. And during the 50s sock hop, it is a costume party. We want you to dress in your 50s. Moms, dads, that's you guys too. Kind of everybody dress the part. We have a great time. And I know people say, do parents really dress up? For the most part, they really do. So 50s sock hop, that's pretty easy, straightforward what to do for that. And then our Friday night party is also our optional awards banquet. And that is a night at the Royal Oscars. We want you to dress in your red carpet best, what you would wear if you were going to the Oscars and be on the red carpet. So make that fantastic and fun. We will actually be having a red carpet again this year. So you'll get to walk the red carpet as you go, before you go into the party. The next thing that we want to talk about is our fashion show that we do as a fundraiser each year. It's called A Night of Hope. Typically it includes some special needs athletes from Special Olympics Florida. Due to COVID, we're still not 100% sure how that's going to work out as far as them being able to come, but we still wanted to do the fundraiser this year to raise some funds for Special Olympics Florida. So we will be doing a fashion show, and some stuff will be posted on this page later about it if you would like to sign up to model. Basically, you can pay to model in the fashion show as a way to help raise funds, or you can pay to just come watch the show, and that is another way to raise funds for Special Olympics. We'll be having, as part of that fashion show, some of our sponsors highlighted with like Orange Blossom Bell, Rachel Allen, and of course Crowding Around will be providing dresses for all of the delegates who would like to be in the show as well. So that will be taking place on Thursday night, I believe. The next thing on my list, sorry, y'all, I'm checking my list to make sure I don't miss anything. The next thing on my list is opening number dress forms. Yay, they're all in. This was to remind you to get them in, but they're all turned in. They're all ready to go. So we're excited about that. Those have been ordered. The next thing is we'll be posting the opening number shoes. Mark DeFang is one of our great sponsors and has been for many, many years. Every year they come up with a different design for the younger girls and for the older girls to do for opening number. They are not required to have them for opening number. However, we do ask that you try to match something so that you don't have a random shoe that doesn't match everybody else. So any kind of rhinestone shoe, silver shoe, and you could do a nude shoe, but those are going to stand out a little bit more than the others. But for the most part, we would like for you guys to try to do the Mark DeFang shoes if possible, because he has been a great sponsor for many, many years of our organization. Also, we have Crown Jewels will be doing opening number earrings at a very reasonable price for earrings. Again, those aren't required, but again, we would like for you to look as close to what we're using as possible, and those will be posted very shortly as well to get those ordered, and you would pick those up actually at the pageant. The Mark DeFang shoes will be sent to you beforehand. So that's a little bit about opening number outfits. I'm going to talk a little bit about opening number itself. Again, I mentioned Charlie will be back as our choreographer this year. I'm going to really, really encourage you to learn the dance. About 4 weeks before internationals, we will post each division's opening number dance. There will be some downtime in it where it just looks like you're marching. That's really just movement on stage that we can't really put in the video. But all of the dance portion of the video, we want you to make sure you learn it, know it as good as possible, or as well as possible, so that you can use your rehearsal time to make the show great and not relearn the dance. There will not really be time for him to completely reteach the dance. So very, very important that you try to learn it off the video. It may change just a little bit as you get there, but if you know it well when you get there, I promise it will be super easy for you to do. If you don't learn things off of video very well, my advice is to get someone to help you. Maybe some of your sister queens get together and work on them together, so you're prepared when you get there. The next thing we're going to talk about is fundraisers. A couple of fundraisers that we do across the board at Royal International Miss is you can sell ads for our program book. The information for that is in the handbook, so you can look back on that to find all the detailed information. But basically, you sell an ad page for $500. $100 of that goes towards your balance for internationals. It can be used for hotel, optionals, and that kind of stuff. So you can sell ads for that. That's in your handbook. You can also do shout outs. Shout outs are a great way to go to grandma and say, hey grandma, will you sponsor a shout out? It's $25. They can put up to 4 lines. It goes into the program book under their name, like Grandma wishes Sally a great fun fashion day or whatever you want it to say. It's $25, and $10 of that actually goes towards your balance as well. So that's another way to raise some money. Some of the different directors for different states do a couple of different things. I know for the girls who are part of the states that I direct or are an at-large person, if you don't have a state director, if you don't have a state director, that's me. I'm your director. So if you haven't heard from me, which I hope you have, but if you have not, reach out to me on Facebook ASAP so I can make sure and get you on my list. But any of Jeff's girls, we will do 3 rehearsal shirts that you will wear to some of the rehearsals. Parents can order them as well to wear for the day so that everybody knows you're with our group. On the back of one of those shirts, we do a sponsor t-shirt, and you can sell ads for the back of that shirt. So your ads will be on the back of all the Jeff girls t-shirt. So it'll be all over the country. But you can sell ads for the back of that shirt for $75 for bronze, $100 for silver, or $200 or more for gold. There's no difference in what's on the back other than we list gold and list all the people, silver lists those people, and bronze lists those people. All of the money with that you raise goes directly to you. Do not send me any money from any of your sponsors. You just collect that. You can use that for your flights, your hotel, wardrobe, your balance up internationals, whatever you want to use it for. They should make the check out to you or pay you directly. If they have to make it out to Royal International Miss, you can send it to the international office, but whatever you send to the international office will be applied to your bill. They're not going to just cash it and send you back the cash. So it's best if they can make it out to you. Also, when you're selling it, try to sell it as an ad on the back of the shirt instead of a sponsorship, because it is easier for businesses to be able to write that off as advertisement. So that helps them while they're helping you. I'll be posting in the Jeff Scrolls page when the deadline for that is to get that stuff turned in. It's usually towards the end of May. When you the only thing you will turn in to me will be your list of sponsors, and so you'll type out a text that says Gold, Blazer Motors, Crest Grocery, whoever your sponsors are. You will type them spelled correctly and text that to me, and I will copy and paste that to the back of the shirt. So if it's misspelled, it's on you. So make sure that you do that, and I will send you a thumbs up back when I receive it. If I don't send you a thumbs up, then it didn't come through. I don't have it. It's not on the shirt. So make sure and get that sent to me. I'll get that information out there to you. Some of the other state directors are doing similar shirts, so check with your state director so you can find out if they're doing that as well. Then the next thing is headshots. All the headshot details are in the handbook as well. The deadline for that is coming up at April 15th, so a little less than a month away. So if you have gotten new headshots, make sure you get with your photographer, make sure they know to get those in, that you need those, and again, get them in no later than April 15th. On all of the deadlines in the book, make sure that you realize that that is the deadline. It is always okay to send something in ahead of time. It actually is preferred. As soon as you get it done, get it sent in so that you don't have to worry about it anymore. When you're sending the headshot in or your ad page, which is due on May 1st, you will send those to graphics@royalinternationalmiss.com. graphics@royalinternationalmiss.com, and that will go directly to the file for the program book. As far as ad pages go, I did mention that they're due May 1st. You design your own ad page. It is included in what you pay for internationals, so everybody has one. It's a full color, full page ad. So you want to design that and have that sent in, and the parameters for that are also in the handbook, so you want to make sure and look at that. One of our international photographer, Brittany Cathcart, also does ad pages, and she puts together the program book. So if you want to reach out to her at bacathcart@hotmail.com, she makes ad pages for $25, and she sends them in for you, so you don't have to mess with any of that, and she'll make sure you love it before she sends it in. So if you want to use her, you can do that. If you want to make it yourself, you can do that. If you have another vendor that you would love to use, you're welcome to do that as well, just as long as it is turned in by May 1st. The next thing is payment for internationals. Hopefully you have been making your $100 monthly payments towards your $700 total for internationals. That balance is due by June 1st. So you want to make sure and get that in. You also will pay for all of your optionals and sign up for optionals at registration. So make sure you bring cash to do that with as well. You can pay with a card, but there's a fee for paying with card. So that optionals you do at registration. If you haven't sent in your optional form that we sent out, go ahead and send that in. That is not signing you up specifically for optionals. It's just giving us an idea of who is wanting to do which optionals to helps us put the schedule together. And it really has helped us put the schedule together. As more forms have come in, we've had to add more time or take time away from different optionals based on how many people are signing up for them. So if you can get that in, that would be great. The next thing is, if you have not signed up for the hotel yet, make sure and get that signed up. If you were reaching the point where we can't add more rooms, so we need to find out if we need to add more rooms before it's too late. So if you have not booked yet, please go ahead and get on and do so. If you would like to book outside of the normal dates, we have kind of, I think, a couple of days before and a couple of days after already built into the room block so that you can get the room rate. But if you're going to go, say, a week early or stay a week late, email Sharon at royalinternationalmiss.com and let her know, and she can get with the hotel to get you our group rate for your entire stay. So kind of get that taken care of as soon as possible. I'm going to give you my vacation spill right now. If you are planning on bringing your family or staying and having some vacation time, there is very little time during the week for that to happen. I'm not saying that there's none. Once the schedule comes out, each person's will be different, but all of your days will be busy, that is for sure. However, if you're planning on doing extra days for vacation, my advice is to do it at the end of the week instead of before. You don't want to go to Disney or Universal and get sunburned and worn out and tired before you even start this week-long busy pageant. Whereas if you do it at the end of the week, if you win, you're like, woohoo, I'm going to Disney. And if you don't win, you're like, woohoo, I'm going to Disney. So you can just kind of have a good relaxing time after all the pressure and stress of the pageant is over. So try to do vacationing towards the end after it is over. The next thing on my list is on this Facebook group. Please do not post any of your appearances or fundraisers or any of the things that you're doing. This is simply for internationals information for us to post and get information out to you guys. So if a lot of people are posting different things about their fundraisers and appearances that they're doing, it just all gets lost in the mix. So from now until July, post those on your own social media so that the general public sees what you're doing. We don't need to see it on our Facebook page. The next thing is, if you do not have the handbook, if you'll email me or message me on Facebook, I can email it to you. But it is also on our Facebook, on this Facebook group. If you'll go to the top of the page, and it has several things listed at the top. If you'll scroll over to files, all of the things that we post, all the paperwork we post is all on there, including the role model handbook. So if you are doing role model, you can find that role model handbook there as well. The last thing that I'm going to talk about is something that's coming up. We will be posting more details about it soon to come, but we have been given the opportunity to do a fantastic fundraiser for our Dream Royal Foundation. Dream Royal is our nonprofit organization that does a lot of community service through our organization, but also does a lot of our scholarships and raises a lot of the scholarship money that we're able to give out each year. We will be asking each of the girls and everyone in their circle, their parents, their fans, their family, everyone, to log into a specific website and take surveys about different stores, restaurants. There's tons and tons of things you can take surveys over. For each survey that is successfully done, which they take just a couple of minutes to do, they're really, really quick and really, really easy to do. For every survey, we get money towards our scholarship fund for the Dream Royal Foundation. And so the more people you have doing it, the more money goes into that fund. We're really excited about it because it's a great opportunity to raise money to give out scholarships, but we're also going to make it a fun competition because, you know, we like to do that. So we're actually going to be having teams against each other. So like Team Oklahoma versus Team Texas versus Team Arkansas versus Team Mid-Atlantic states. So whichever state and group that you're in, you will be part of that group. And so when you log in, you'll click that group, and any surveys you do will go towards that group. Obviously, some groups are going to be bigger than others, so we don't want it to be unfair for a group to have a huge number of people to be against a group that maybe has 2 or 3. So what we're going to do is, once your group survey total is in, that survey total will be divided by the number of people on your team. So if I have my mom and my dad and my aunts and my uncles and everybody do the surveys, because I think there's a maximum of over the 30 days, we only have 30 days to do the surveys, and over the 30 days I think there's a maximum of 75 emails per email address that you can do. But if I have everybody in my family doing 75, then obviously that number is up, but it's still only divided by me, not the total number of people doing it. So anyway, there'll be more details that will probably make a lot more sense later, but just know that when your team comes out to do it, you want to really get out there and support your team, because we have some fun prizes that we're working on. The entire team will get VIP seating at the banquet, which if you've been to the banquet before, you will know you want to be at the front of that room. It's great seating. You'll also get early red carpet access. You'll get a limo ride to the sugar factory and have a party with your group. Then among the group, we will have some drawings for individual prizes. So some of those include scholarships, a cruise, some other fun things. So anyway, we'll be doing lots of prizes for the winning team. So we want to make sure you guys get out there and really do those surveys. It doesn't cost you anything to do them. They do not sell your information to anyone. It is basically a company whose sole purpose is just to get information and feedback to sell that information to different companies. Like they're selling your feedback, not your information. So anyway, that's a little bit about that. Other than that, I think that is everything on my list. We did talk about the walking patterns. Those have been posted now on the group. So check out the video for that, and the actual walking patterns themselves are on there. And remember that every Sunday we will be having Q&A with Jeff and Robin at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 o'clock Central Time. I said that backwards. 4 o'clock Eastern Time, 3 o'clock Central Time. And we will answer any questions that you have. And those will not be alive. It will literally just be a thread, and you can go back and check the answers and read what everyone asked later on. So that's the way we do that, and you can go back and check it. So anyway, this is an update again from what was on the call and what happened at the beginning of boot camp. So hopefully this information was helpful to you guys. Sorry I'm looking all over, but I'm looking at my notes and all over the room. So I can't wait to meet you guys and see you in person, and we will talk to you later. Bye.